Hello again. This is my second video of the day. Like I said, I'll be posting these videos whenever something comes to my mind. And this time I want to talk about surviving college. I'm not the traditional college student. I'm a little bit older. I have a family. I have a kid. So the route that I took in going to college is a little bit different from those of you just graduating from high school. But if you're deciding to go to college, obviously you're looking at that video because you're thinking about going to college. That's great, and I commend you on it. Kudos to you. Yeah. I want to say that the first thing that you should do when you decide to go to college is to take your SATs, take your PSATs, your ACT test to see what you score. And depending on the type of score that you receive, you might be able to receive some type of scholarship, maybe even a full ride to college. It doesn't necessarily have to be sports, but if you perform well academically, there are plenty of schools out there that will give you a scholarship, full or partial, to attend their school. There are different majors. If you haven't decided on what you want to major in, what you want to become when you grow up and become an adult, you can Google it, but know that you have 2 years to decide what you want to be when you grow up. When you first go to college, you'll take your general courses. It's like English, math, sciences, humanities, those type of courses that will set you up for success when you decide what your major is. The first 2 years of college can be taken at a community college or at a university. It is cheaper to take the courses at a community college, and depending on what state you live in, you're able to transfer to any public university that you want to once you graduate from the community college. The courses are usually hundreds of dollars less per semester hour at a community college than they are at a university. So if this is an option for you and you don't have a scholarship, I suggest that you take that option. Once you get into school, make sure that you perform well. You need to establish good study habits. I understand that, like for me, for example, when I was in high school, I didn't really have to study and things came to me easily. But in college, it's a different atmosphere. Most of the time, these teachers already have their degrees and they're not so concerned on you getting yours. They're worried about you passing their course. So you need to focus, establish a study plan. If you need to study by yourself or study in groups, pick which one is best for you to do and stick with it. Of course, you're going to be of age. You're going to be out of your parents' house. You're going to want to go party with your friends, but know that every person is not the same and everybody studies differently. So pick a plan that's going to work for you and stick with it. If you know that you can't go out and party every night of the week and still make it to class in the mornings or still study like you need to, then maybe you need to lay off on the partying. There'll be times for that, such as spring break, Christmas break, summer break, when you can go and party your little hearts out. But during the school year, you need to be focused on your books. Make sure that you use your advisor. Your advisor is there to tell you which courses you need to take to be on track for graduation. Now, I've run into a lot of people who do not take advantage of these advisors that are there for them to help them along the way, and they end up taking courses that are not needed and they don't graduate on time. So make sure you speak with your advisor. Find out what courses are needed for you to graduate and stick to it. If you follow these instructions, you'll be able to graduate on time with your class or maybe even earlier. For me, like I said before, I'm not a traditional college student. I've taken the 4-year program and turned it into a 2-year program for me. I've taken 6 to 7 classes per semester. Now, you have to pass these courses every semester if you're going to go that route. But I've taken 6, 7 courses a semester and passed every class the first time around. So at the 2-year mark, I'm graduating with a bachelor's degree and I'm applying to go to graduate school. So take the SAT, the ACT, score high, do well in your academics, have a good GPA, and apply for colleges. Apply for scholarships. Use the FAFSA form where you can get grants, Pell Grants, loans. You may need a co-signer, but just Google it, find out the information that you need, and go for it. Education is out there for you. More times than not, it's free at the time. Depending on your circumstance, you may not have to pay anything out of pocket. Take advantage of it. Be the best that you can be.